In this video, I'm going to be redrawing 3 of my old drawings from 2023 in my current style. These are the cheap markers I used to make them back then, and these markers are the ones I'm going to be using for this video. But first of all, we're going to go for the Spider-Man drawing that I did. I'm going to be reusing the same reference, but just seeing how much better I can make it this time. Also, this drawing is smaller than the original one. The original one was on an A4 piece of paper, and this one I'm doing in an A5 sketchbook. A5 drawings are just like my favorite to make at the moment because I feel like I can put more detail into them because it's like a smaller canvas, takes up less time, and just like filling in the backgrounds with markers is much easier than trying to fill out an A4 page. So for this one, I actually decided to use my Artex acrylic markers instead of using alcohol markers like I did for the first Spider-Man drawing. I'm really loving using acrylic markers. They're quite different from the alcohol ones because they're very much like paint. But I really like them, and for this drawing I thought it would turn out well because it's quite simple color wise and these look really bold and effective. And I'm not sponsored by Artex or Ohuhu, but I would love to be, so if you guys are watching this. I think my kind of color theory has improved a lot since the first time I drew this. Like for this I'm just using orange and yellow, no reds at all. Because sometimes with the way the light hits Spider-Man, you actually want to use these different colors from just a plain red and it turns out better. Going in with a Sharpie to color in the black. I don't like how the Sharpie sits on these pages. The thing is, the pages are like smooth in this sketchbook, which I'm not really a fan of. I prefer like nice thick paper that's quite textured for markers, but I still think it turned out okay. But maybe next time I'll go back to a more textured sketchbook. Now on this bit, I actually messed up one of the webbings on his suit, but the good thing about acrylic markers is you can kind of go over the ink with it. So I tried that, and I think when the drawing was finished, you can't really tell that I messed it up. So there we have the new and improved Spider-Man drawing. How do you think it compares to the original? I think it's quite a lot better. It's just smoother and better coloured. Next up, I'm going to be redrawing Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Now this one was a lot of fun. I found this pose on Pinterest and I thought it was so awesome and I wanted to recreate it in my own kind of style. So for this one, I actually used my alcohol markers, my Ohuhu alcohol markers, and I also used just some Sharpie and fine liner as well for the hair and the line art. Keeping it pretty simple with just 2 tones for the skin to shade it. I always like using a kind of dark orange color for shadows on faces. I think it looks so great. And then for the costume, I'm just using 2 shades of blue and then a bit of fine liner on top and a bit of Sharpie on top as well, just to add the definition of the muscles and stuff. I used a bit of light purple to shade in the white on his gloves, which I think turned out pretty cool too. But what do you guys think? Is it better than the original? I do think it's a lot better than the original. Just the proportions and everything have come a long way. Now last up, we're going to be doing Ghost Rider. Now I'm not too sure how I feel about this one, how it turned out. Again, I just used my acrylic markers, which I think did look great. And I was kind of going for a more like expressive style, I guess, with the flames, but you guys will just have to comment and let me know what you think of the finished product. So I started off with the yellow since it's the lightest, and I added the yellow on his skull, and then After that I filled in the flame with yellow, and then I started adding bits of orange on top, and then I added red on top of that, but I was very sparing with the orange and red because the reference I was using, there's not too much in it. I gotta say, drawing Ghost Rider was a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun to colour in. I don't know if the guy would be watching it, but there was a guy who always used to comment saying that I had to draw Ghost Rider, so I hope you see this and I hope you're happy with it. So after this, I did decide to add some black on top, but here you can see the comparisons without the black and with the black. I do think it's a lot better, but I feel like I could have done a better job.